most players aren't getting better, not because they're lazy, but because they're practicing the wrong way. How are you doing today? My name is Alexander Akabogu. Welcome back to the channel. This is the Engineering Basketball channel, a place where a degreed engineer for over a decade sees his work as an engineer on a daily basis, just like he sees the game of basketball. In addition to being a degreed engineer for over 10 years and counting, I'm also a former college basketball player, coach, and trainer, and mentor. And I really want to talk about this topic today so we continue to learn and think in systems. I myself am doing this daily practice, and I believe that these are the tools and the skills that are needed past, in the working world, task work, right? Task work, done. That'll only get you so far, and that's capped pretty quickly, especially when life gets busy. The equivalent to that in the working world inside basketball is being an energy player, right? You're the type of guy the hustle player that I can plug and play into, give me high energy, to be able to high heads on the ball screen, to be able to grab rebounds. Those guys are useful, but they're limited. They don't know how to think the game. They don't know how to systemize the game. They don't understand how to create their own advantage. Those are the differences. It's very doable. It's not a skill that you have or don't, a talent that you're born with or don't have. It's a skill that you can learn. And these are what these videos are for. So the first topic I want to focus on is there are no feedback loops for a lot of these guys, right? No feedback loops equals no growth. If you don't know what you did wrong, immediately you're reinforcing bad habits. And again, we're talking about basketball, right? On a micro level, but on a macro level, we're also talking about life. Here. So internally with basketball, with no feedback loops, people are working out with nobody around. And I don't mean feedback loops like a coach telling you, shoot more game speed, because that not in itself won't change your day, right? It may make you sweat more, but it's not going to make you think the game better. When I say feedback loops, I mean reads, defenders, different defenders, variables, coming off a ball screen with an advantage, but then the help is coming, and knowing what's working, what's not working, and what skill set do I have that I can use in this situation, and what skill set do I need to develop, right? So then now I go back and I work on my 6-7 foot floaters coming downhill, because I know how to create that advantage. I just don't know how to finish, right? Or I don't know how to make that read. Now we're talking differently, not just working on floaters. I don't even feel it. I don't feel the guy. I don't know where they are. I don't feel the game, and that's what you need. You need the feedback loops so you can develop and grow. That ties into my second point of no game simulation, right? You've already heard me talking about this. Workouts where I have an advantage. The defender's on my back, but there's two help defenders, and I have to make a read. Who do I trust? Who's my shooter? What can I do, right? Standing still, doing cone drills with a coach yelling at you to go faster, who's overweight and old. That's not basketball. The game is decisions, not moves. It's decisions. I'm going to say this one more time, because I didn't understand this as a kid, nor did anybody teach me this as a kid, because they won't. A lot of people don't know. A lot of older people don't know when they're training kids that the game was about decisions. It's not about moves. The reason they don't teach you is because they don't know, one, or they want to work with the easy kid, the kid that's 6'3" in 8th grade already, that has been getting attention his whole life. He's the kid that they work with because he's the one that's the easiest prospect. But really teaching these things to people, to a mass group of people, is the hard part. But it's not that difficult. It's just incremental, and it will make your entire game better. And the last thing I really want to discuss is there's too many reps. We're doing 20 reps of in and out cross left-hand finish. Beautiful work. Don't get me wrong. Beautiful work. but not enough thinking. You have to think the game. It's just complicated too, because not everybody, it's not easy to round up everybody every single day for a thinking workout, you know? It's much easier for me, myself, to go to the gym by myself and work out on my moves for an hour, hour and a half and say I did work, which you did. In some cases, you really did do some work, but you didn't think the game, you know? These reps, players are training their bodies, but not training their brain, which is what I'm trying to emphasize in basketball and in life. You have to train your body as well as training your brain. Am I thinking? What am I thinking about? How am I problem solving this situation? If you put me, let's talk about this. We're running a play, it breaks down. We're late in the shot clock, maybe 8 seconds left, 7 seconds left. I have the ball, top key or wing. I decide to do a get with my big in a Princeton action. I get into my big, I go get it. Now it's read, right? I get it off of a DHO, off of a get, and then we rescreen. We flip the ball screen, come off down. Now I have I have my defender in jail, and his defender, playing two because my big is rolling off the DHO rescreen. Those decisions, it's not moves, it's how do I get to a situation that works for me, right? That's like 10 steps I just talked about. If I put you in step 6 of that 10, are you able to figure it out? If I put you in step 9 and I say go backwards, are you able to walk me through, right? Not in a sequence, but in a if this, then what? The conditional statements, as an engineer would say. But tying this back, too many reps, not enough thinking. And this is me in life too, Need to think the game, not just play the game. Think the game. Now I'll close with this. If your training doesn't look like the game, don't expect it to translate to the game. Stick around, let's get better, not only in basketball, which I love, right, as we delve upon the best time of the year. We got March Madness cooking. We have NBA basketball is finally getting important, right? We're at the third third of the season, right? We're farther than halfway through. We're on that third part of the season where playoff pushes are happening, seeding matters, right? And we're about to get to NBA playoff basketball. You love it. You gotta love it. And that level is all about thinking and manipulating the game. You can do this slowly but surely. Over and out.